for the building. We've already seen some great Warcraft 3 games. Let's get a shot of our player here, Stork. I think this guy, if I had to describe him simply as I could, his build orders are the best in StarCraft.
I gotta agree with you there, Tasteless. You know, Stork is known for the greatest build orders.
Yeah.
And it takes him a whole month to even make one. And I tell you, he's a monster because of that. And that's why he just keeps on ending up top of Kespa, you know, top of leagues, does great in Pro League, always here at WCG.
You know, one thing about him is historically, I think his build orders were so good. He ended up getting ahead of himself in some of his serious matches, and then you know, he was in an uncomfortable place. He's like, whoa, I almost have too much of an advantage, and was uncomfortable with that. Now I think he's gotten more used to that.
Yeah.
He knows how to play those good build orders all the way out into the late game. As we can see here, so many Chinese fans showing up to show their support for Fengz.
That's right. You know, they are really crazy about their esports stars here. You can hear them roar when they show these guys, and it is unreal in here. What a, wow, listen to that.
I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I sure as hell can. Fengz already signing a ton of autographs. He's pretty much become a celebrity just like that here at the World Cyber Games. Let's see if he can take out Stork. If there's one place you want to be, if you're a solid Zerg player, it's on your home turf with everybody there to support you. And I know every Chinese fan in the audience is rooting for him to take out Stork in what would be a huge upset.
And I tell you what, it's not only the Chinese fans, man. I am rooting for him to take out Stork. I love to see upsets like that. I love to see people take down these Korean pro gamers.
Yeah, and you know what? The foreigners, in other words, the non-Koreans, since, you know, with Korea, StarCraft's almost like their national sport.
Yeah.
With these non-Koreans, you really are starting to see them improve more and more and more, and it's getting tougher and tougher for the Koreans here.
That's right. And I think we're going to go right into a map introduction here.
And I believe that's going to be Destination.
That is Destination, man. I could see that a mile away.
Even when it's spinning around like that, you can figure it out.
I know, man. We played that map so much.
Oh, my God.
One of the greatest maps of all time.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
A really greatly balanced map, produces excellent games. And, you know, ZVP here, though, it's become pretty standard overall, I'd say. You know, I think we're going to most likely see Stork fast expand. Fengz go ahead for 3-base Scourge, maybe into a 5-hat Hydra, into Muta to take out Templars, something like that.
Yeah, it's certainly possible. Now, when this map first came out, a lot of Protoss players thought, no, I can't fast expand because they're going to get lurkers behind my expansion. That's going to be tough. But now, if you go, you know, 1 base, you have the mineral patch behind your entrance so you can get drone drilled as well. Yeah. So the metagame has evolved into one of these games. We almost always see them fast expand. But I can't say any more than that because we're about to get this game going. Any second now.
Yep. I swear it's coming.
We got the cue for it. Okay, we're back and we're ready. The countdown's going to start any second.
That's right. This is a really exciting match. This is an important game for Fengz because he's already in a hard spot, having lost to Gosi Terran. So he really needs every win he can get, or rely upon Gosi Terran losing throughout the group.
And you got to remember, I mean, I don't think you've ever seen, at least for Stork, ever had this many people here live hoping that he loses this match. I mean, you have so many people packing up in here, and I see more and more people streaming in. So the support's there for Fengz, but you know, Stork could disappoint a lot of these people in this audience by just taking him out.
Yeah, and you know, they would just go absolutely wild if they take out a Korean pro gamer. You know, the Chinese, they love their StarCraft, and they know that this is an uphill battle for Fengz.
All right, let's do this. Only 1 game, it's not a best of 3.
The energy in here is just amazing. I tell you, they cheer so much.
By the way, we want to be sure to mention Quad V.
That's right, quadv.com.
Yep, check
they
them out.
brought us down here to commentate for you guys. Go check that out. You know, they have a lot of streams on that site as well. Maybe some StarCraft streams later too.
Yeah, and you know, we really do appreciate this. The commentary wouldn't be here without their support, so we do appreciate that. Okay, we've got Zerg over here at the north, at the south. It's going to be our Korean player, Stork.
That's right, ZVP. You know, as I was saying before, this map has been played to death, man. This map is so good. It's been in every league for almost longer than I can remember, and we have seen just hundreds of each matchup here, or at least it feels like that, and I'm sure everyone at home has played on it a million times while Tree plays on it. So, you know, it's a pretty standard map, and I'm going to be interested to see if Fengz is going to pull something out that Stork hasn't seen before.
As we've said before, Chinese players generally characterized as being very aggressive, very sneaky early on. They don't as depend on macro games as much as we would expect from, say, a Korean or a Russian player. But you never know. Fengz, he can do it all. We do see him slipping a drone out here quite early. There's the Panda Bear guy. Good to see him again. Speaking of Panda Bears. Yeah,
we saw some Panda Bears just the other day. It was yesterday morning, right? We went down, saw the Panda Bears in Chengdu.
Yep.
Really quite amazing. About 300 pro gamers walking around taking pictures of pandas.
And when those Panda Bear guys, when they grow up, they drop them up on the map destination so they can go live in their natural habitat.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow. We have something big happening here. Now, the drone is walking along around the side base, and oh my God, we're on camera.
There's some handsome casters. Look at those guys.
And
I like those shirts.
Anyways, they are going right over. Look at this drone now. Well, you can't see it on the screen.
We'll get a shot in a second.
Oh, wow.
He is louder than us. I can hear him from here.
That's right. And this drone is going to be trying to mine out those minerals so that Fengz can do some cheesy stuff here, but having a little bit of troubles getting it mining.
Oh, it's been spotted. He
Yeah,
spotted the drone.
was.
Now, this may mess up his strategy, assuming that Stork responds.
Now, I'm not entirely sure about this position, but can that probe, which does have a ranged attack through that mineral area and get that drone?
I'm curious about that as well. He's going to build a cannon down here, hugging the corner. He's got to get over there pretty quickly. I think the angle of the drone should make it impossible for the probe to hit it, but it's tough to say.
Oh, no problem. Stork has seen it, jumping the probe over, and this little strategy absolutely not going to work out for Fengz.
Yeah. But at the same time, he did force him to get a cannon all the way back there. If he does go to mute harassment, the geyser as well as the minerals are going to be under pressure, but at the same time, Zerg taking the drone off that early, that can, if it doesn't pay off in the mid game, it's really going to hurt you.
That's quite true. Yeah. And but he had to get 2 cannons, and we see Fengz is making a lot of lings. Actually, looks like he's already made 8, and sending a drone back there again. Not exactly sure what he's planning to do with that, but that cannon obviously is going to block anything from really happening back there.
But if he doesn't have vision of that high ground, the drone can just mine out those minerals by surprise. But it almost looks, judging from the mini map, if you can follow us here, the bottom left, it seems like Fengz's unsure of himself. He seems to be moving units back and forth in the middle of the map. It looked like he was initially going to try that one more time, then change his mind. So maybe he's succumbing to the pressure right now.
He could be, but he is the champion of China, and there are a lot of different players with a lot of different styles in there. And I think, he's good under pressure, and he can adapt to something like this. You know, it was a little bit cheesy, it got scouted, but already he's thrown up a couple other expansions. And look at this, that cannon placement, like you were talking about, big deal right here.
The Nexus is under pressure. These probes have to draw the Zerglings over there. It doesn't look like he's going to bite, though. One Zergling down. But again, if he actually manages to take out the Nexus, this would be a huge game-swinging move here. Another probe goes down. Nexus getting in the red. He backs up.
Stork is great, but he's not so much greater than Fengz that losing this Nexus wouldn't put him in a huge disadvantage that he might not be able to come back from.
I think it only has about 300 HP left if it completes. And it's getting close. It's getting low.
Coming up. Wow, he saves it.
That was close.
You know what? I want to see some speed upgrade. I want to see Zerglings just run in there and snipe that out, because that has very few hit points. How many does that have? Something like 200?
I think it was 168.
Oh, man, that can be taken out extremely, extremely fast. And if Fengz doesn't, then, all for naught, because he's already forced Stork into 3 cannons, forced him to losing mining time. Yeah. And if he can take out that Nexus now, with these 3 hatcheries up at different mineral locations, I could see Fengz taking down Stork.
This is very interesting because he has 2 options. He can either pump out a lot of Zerglings and go in there and try to take that Nexus out, but if he does that and it doesn't work, he's going to give up that advantage. So it looks like instead he's going to go with option number 2, which would be to just try to stabilize his economy. There's a Panda Bear guy again. Nope, that's actually the Chinese player. That's Stork, but we got a shot of the Panda Bear guy.
That's right. Panda Bear guy, man, he is all over China.
He's everywhere, man. Yeah.
I've seen him on cartons of cigarettes. I've seen him everywhere. You have a Panda Bear guy hat now, too.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Unfortunately,
I bought it at the Panda Bear place that we went to. I don't know what you call it. Panda Bear Sanctuary?
Yeah, Panda Bear Park, I don't know. Anyways, just look at that gateway placement. I like that. That's going to stop Zerglings from running in and surrounding that Nexus easier. And we see he is making more links. He does have speedlings, so he's going to do what I told him to do. If he wins this game, I'm taking credit.
It's a good thing he has a direct feed into our cast.
That's right.
We're going to help you beat Stork.
All right, so he has the speedlings. It looks like he's going to make his move, and the Zealots, they aren't in perfect position, but it is going to be difficult for him to surround that Nexus enough to do this.
This is a key moment here. He has to do it. If it does not work, again, he seems unsure about himself.
Yeah.
Backs up again here for a minute. Perhaps he's not going to. Certainly did look like it, though.
And, I don't know if he's even going to try it now. He might say, you know what, forget it. I've made him spend a lot of minerals already on cannons. I'm a good enough player. I can do this. And look at that. He's going right into that 4th, 5th hatchery, the Hydra Den. And it looks like pretty standard good play here. We're going to see some Scourge pop up to stop the map control of Protoss. And right into the Hydra, I believe.
I think he's, about to finish his 5th hatchery. When Zerg gets 5 hatches up and running, they enter this new phase where they can really start producing a ton of units.
Yeah.
Here is a shot of, as we can see, Fengz's in-game screen. Not exactly a high APM player, more of a precision-based player. It is interesting to see how much people obsess about APM in StarCraft. Sometimes you don't have to have high APM to be good. And losing only 1 Zergling. Nice save there. Is he going to go around and go for the Nexus?
Oh my God, those Zealots are not in the way now.
Nope, fakey.
That's right. Stork pulled his Zealots pretty quickly back to stop that if it were to happen, and Fengz smartly does run away from that. Now, it looks like he wants to put some pressure on with these Zealots. A couple Sunkens are going to go down for Fengz, and I think he's not going to die from this.
Timing attack here. He's going to try to go up, probably dodge the Sunkens unless he thinks he can take him out in time.
Speedlings coming back, drones trying to block, and just targeting drones now.
2 drones down.
Oh man, if he runs into that main base.
He's going to get up there. He's going to block it with Zerglings.
Oh, the drone's going to the wrong mineral patch there, and he has killed about 4 or 5 drones, maybe 6 drones right now, and Fengz just clicking on the wrong mineral patch, giving the googly eyes to his monitor there.
He's going to go for the extractor, and he definitely will manage to take this out, unlike Fengz did with the Nexus. He's got to block him. He's going up.
Oh, but this is a small surface area for those Zealots, so they're going to be able to hold the Zerglings off for a long time. But he has a den. He can just make a Hydra, put the pressure on those Zealots to come out of there.
In a situation like this, Fengz has to be patient. He can't freak out like he's actually doing right now in attacking this. He should really just sit tight, let the Zealots sit there, and as you said, wait for the Hydra. This is way too many Zerglings being killed.
Yeah, I don't know why he did this. Why not make, a few Hydras or even a Mutalisk and chase those Zealots out of there? He just wasted a lot of Zerglings, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so.
But it looks like he's still making even more Zerglings, and I think we're going to see him counterattack definitely with these. But there is going to be an Archon and a lot of cannons out there. I don't know if he's going to be able to get that Nexus.
It does look like he still has 1 Corsair here, so he can do some scouting with that to see the next expansion. It almost blended in with that Citadel more than the Corsair Chameleon.
Here we go.
He's going to go for the Nexus.
Oh, he's trying to kill an Archon first. Oh my God, that Archon only 4 kills on it. Will he get the Nexus too?
This is a pivotal moment.
Bad hit on the Zerglings.
Gonna stay alive.
Wow. He has to be depressed right now. That was really poor execution there by Fengz. He had the Zerglings to take that out. He should have used the move command past the Nexus, get them in front of it, and then attack it. Instead, he just right-click. They bunched up, and that is his fault. If he had killed that Nexus, I could have definitely seen him taking this game.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think if there was one thing, as we said before, that could allow him to win this, it would have been killing that Nexus. I mean, even if he gets it later, it's just as huge.
Yeah. It might even be huger now because he has his drones at his expansions. Yeah, he's got the 5 hatches up, and he can follow that up with a lot of macro.
He's going to try to go in again. It looks like he's got more Zerglings. If Stork's thinking right, he's not going to let this Scourge spot the fact that that's blocked off. But he goes that and does that anyway. It looks like Fengz not everywhere at once, unlike Stork.
That's right, and it looks like Stork wants to put some pressure on, but that well-placed Sunken, another Sunken going to be going up, and Hydra production has begun. So I don't think that this attack particularly is going to do very much, but if +1 does finish when he gets up there, the very Zergling-heavy army is not going to be too useful.
Yeah, I agree. Looks like he's going to counterattack here if you look on the mini-map, but he has to keep this expansion alive. He's going for the Nexus.
Oh, man, just a right click there. Again, very sloppy play.
Very sloppy,
and
yeah.
It looks like he's not going to get it again.
This is hurting my eyes.
Really, oh, man.
Oh, God.
He is definitely succumbing to the pressure here, man, and he's making a lot of Sunkens as well. I don't know what to say. It looks like he's starting to get into a little bit of trouble here against Stork.
I don't know if you're going to shout at that Korean commentator, but that guy has got some passion. You got to hand it to him. Nice guy, too, in person. We, again, are not seeing Fengz get anywhere or get anything done. Every little task he tries to perform results in failure. I'm getting more and more worried for Fengz here. I think this game could end in a few minutes if he doesn't get another base up here. Stork going to go ahead and expand the middle only. And in fact, Stork is going to go in for a kill move here.
He's got the +1 here. This makes him really effective against the Zerglings, especially with an Archon mixed in. And wow, he is just pummeling through the forces of Fengz. Fengz is in a lot of trouble here. Finally targeting the Archons with the Sunken, but there are just too many Zealots, and it looks like Stork is going to pull ahead a really long way with this attack.
Great micro here by Stork. If Stork loses this position, he'll have his other two bases cut off from each other, and his main, of course, is going to be very vulnerable. That expansion, not in too much danger. This is the focal point. We just got to shut up that Hive. If he gets to the heart, it's going to be over. Fengz actually may punch out if he doesn't want to put up any more of a fight. This game should be over.
Yeah, you know, it's so sad because Fengz was just so close to being able to get way ahead of Stork. But now he is in so much trouble. Just pure Zealot Archon with some Corsair backup. Fengz losing those hatcheries, that is natural. Losing those bases. Even the Hive tech can't help him now.
This, I believe, is over. Expect GG any second. Unless, you know, by some miracle, Stork missed micros. But even then, as you can see, the Corsairs here, he has to make Zerglings to deal with the Zealots. These Corsairs can clean up the Overlords, cutting off production. And this is just a killing blow here on Stork's game plan. Again, the main's so vulnerable. Yeah. There's really not much you can do.
That's right, and those Zealots are just going to flood right in there. And I mean, like you were saying, man, Fengz, he does not have an Ice Cube's chance on a hot summer day.
I know, it's like watching an ice cube in a microwave when it's turned on.
Whoa.
Wow. Powerful metaphors here at the World Cyber Games. GG! Unfortunately, looks even like his computer's sweating from that game. Great play by Stork. You know, Fengz, I thought he had a good start, but he just couldn't keep it up.
You know, Fengz clearly has to be disappointed. Yeah. He's already lost 2 matches in this group, and that might make him not make it out of this group. You know, it's going to be really hard for 2 losses to advance. You know, his group is a very, very hard one. So,
it really is.
I don't know, man. That was a hard loss for him.
I know, on the stage,